Hey guys, Ponzu Sauce here, and I'm back with another texture pack tour. This time we're taking a look at the Medieval Resource Pack by Golbez22. This is a 32-bit pack. It is highly recommended that you use Optifine or MC Patcher for everything to come together better. But we're going to take a look at it in its purest form. So it looks like we have some really awesome textures going on here. This is great. There's so much detail to it. Again, this is a 32-bit pack. It said that it was about 90% complete, so we're gonna see basically everything done. So we have the carrots and the potatoes, of course. Got some really nice water flow going on. We have the wheat and all of its stages of growth. We have the stems for the pumpkin and melon. Of course, we've got the netherwort. Look at that netherwort. The detail in that is crazy. There's so much detail in it. Very creative idea as well. So we've got the cocoa beans attached to the jungle wood. Pretty cool looking. Most of the items seem to be done as well. Updated the items. Maybe not the netherwort. If so, it's very subtly done. Got some leaves going on. So this is a medieval texture pack, so not everything will be exactly as we expect it in vanilla. Looks like it's very busy in here. Looks like almost every type of glass has a different texture to it, so that's pretty cool. All the different colors, that's pretty awesome. Looks like maybe the red sandstone isn't quite done yet, but we have everything. Oh, look at that. We have some custom UI stuff going on. Oh, I can't wait to see the cave system. This is gonna look awesome. Take a look. Oh my goodness, look at this armor. Got some custom armor going on. There's so much detail to it. This looks like it has taken a really long time. There's been a lot of hard work put into this pack. Got a nice enchanting table. Maybe the bottles of enchanting are not quite done up, but that's okay. Take a look at the brewing stand. Oh, maybe we're missing one thing. The texture, I don't remember which one that was. Maybe the magma cream. Missing that texture. We've got some custom tools going on, of course. Custom weapon. Oh, wow, the detail in these swords are great. Oh my goodness, look at the stick. It looks like a stick. It's just a stick sewn together with another stick tied together. So we've got some buckets full of awesomeness. They look pretty cool, nice and subtle. Got the hose. Got the axes and the shovels. All the other items, general items. Okay, so it looks like maybe we have a different Steve head at the top there. Not sure if we can get a better look. Wait a second, is that a chest? Is Steve's head a chest? I'm so confused. Looks like not the other mobs have not been changed, so we'll see when we get down to the basement. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is the furnace, and wow, that's a great idea. Telling you ahead of time how much this is going to smelt for you is awesome. That's a great idea. Putting that right into the UI. Got the different kinds of chests. We have the trap chest on the bottom here. Very subtle difference. Just that red little piece there inside of the latch. We've got a crafting table. Nice UI there. Of course, we have a nice bed. Got trap doors. Got some food over here. Look at those mushrooms. Those are great looking. Nice shading to them. Nice and full mushrooms. Got an undecorated cake because I think that's probably what they did back then. So that's completely fitting with the pack. Let's take a look at the savannah. What do we see in here? Oh, hello. Alright, so it looks like there's not really too much change to him, but he's definitely upped in resolution for the villager. We've got the, wait a second, are those candles? Is that a candle for the torch? That is definitely a unique idea. That's great. Looks like maybe we have the default horses. Do we have different fire? Yes, we have some different fire going on. It's a bit of a different animation, a little bit more realistic of an animation. I've never seen something as smoky as that, for sure. Do we have some... Okay, so we have some different sheep. Do we have different cows? No? Still the same cows? Oh my goodness. It looks like we actually have some paintings, some custom paintings in here. So this is all the acacia wood. This is what the acacia will look like for you. And again, we have the UI stuff going on. Looks like maybe the acacia door is not quite done, but the dark oak one is. This is the roofed forest. So this is all the dark oak wood that you'll get. Pretty cool looking, nice detail. Take a look. Do we have any more paintings done? No, it looks like they're still the default. But we definitely have a different mushroom in here. That's pretty awesome looking. Oh my goodness, and we have some custom flowers. That's pretty cool. Can't wait to see the flower forest upstairs. Let's go into the birch forest, see what we have there. Oh, hello. We have the shop. Huh. So we have a couple of custom paintings. Not everything is done. So we have some sunflowers. Okay, so it looks like maybe most of the pumpkin is done. This is the jack-o'-lantern, the lit pumpkin. Looks like maybe the face is default though. So we have... Alright, so we don't have a face on the regular pumpkin, which might change our snow golem downstairs. It's got the furnace again. Nice look at it. Kind of looks 3D, but not... It isn't, but it looks nice and detailed. Let's take a look at the jungle room. Looks like maybe the jungle door hasn't been done quite yet. So we have, wow, everything. Looks like everything has been done in here. Of course, we have the green stained glass. That looks really awesome. So this is the jungle tree here. Of course, the jungle wood. The various forms of jungle wood. Got some melons. Those are some pretty realistic looking melons. Nice. Just looks just like a watermelon. Let's move on to the taiga. It's a pretty nice looking room. Looks fairly complete. Do we have... Oh my goodness. We have custom dogs. Some cute looking dogs. Alright, so we have all the spruce wood in here. Spruce saplings. Pretty nice looking room. Let's go into the regular forest. So we have the pumpkins, of course, no faces. We have the custom fire. I really like the smoke that comes off the fire. And of course we have some updated brick. Some nice subtle, nice detail to it. We've got the water. The water has some nice animation to it. Nice and subtle. It's actually really cool looking. You can... Wow. If you just watch the flow of the water, that looks really awesome. Of course, we have all the rest of the stuff. We have the sand. And of course, the lily pad. Looks like maybe we have default chickens. This is all the oak wood. Looks like we've got some fish. Oh, we do have some updated fish. Alright, so these ones are not quite touched yet, maybe. But these ones have been updated. Take a look at the ladder. I kind of want a little bit more from this ladder. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more detailed with the rest of the pack. The rest of the pack is fairly detailed, but the ladder doesn't quite have that level of detail. Got a custom fishing pole in there. Alright, let's move on. I think we've got swamplands next. Looks like maybe we have default slime, so that might be a work in progress. This is the witch hut. Nice color. Sometimes I notice people overlook the color between the fence and the planks, so it's awesome to see that it's actually the right color. This is all spruce wood. Do we have a different cauldron? Maybe just a higher resolution. Not too much done with the cauldron. Got a different pot, that's for sure. Take a look, and the wood looks really good on the boat. And again, yeah, I don't think we have a change to the slime, but that's okay. This pack is a work in progress. This is the clay again. Take a look at the desert. Oh my goodness. Now this really reminds me of medieval. This looks really awesome. The textures on the sandstone is really cool. So we definitely have some different looking vegetation, although is there much difference to, if there is a little bit of difference to the dead plant, I think it's a dead plant, it's super subtle, so that might be something that needs to be done. So we have the rest of the sandstone in here. It flows fairly nicely together, although this block is fairly dark compared to the other two types. So that's generally what I look for. If I'm going to use all of these in a build, I want them to kind of work together. So that's pretty close. Let's head on upstairs. We have the rest of the biome rooms. First up, we're going to take a look at the nether. We have some iron bars as doors here. Oh wow, look at that lava. So we have a little bit, it sounds like a little bit of a different sound from the lava. There's like a crackling going on, which I don't usually hear from lava. So it looks like maybe the soul sand is still default, but everything else has changed. Looking pretty cool. I'm not sure if the anvil is different. If it is, it's super subtle. I'd like to see that one a little bit more detailed, I think. Looks like our nether brick is maybe default. If it's changed, it's super subtle. We have some iron bars, nicely updated iron bars. And of course, probably my favorite thing in this pack so far is the nether wart. There's so much detail to it. It looks so cool. Let's head into the cave system. So we have all the blocks that you're going to find in the cave system when you combine all the materials. Looks like maybe the diamond and emerald are not quite updated yet. Let's head inside. Do we have some custom rail? Yes, we do have some custom rail, except looks like maybe the activator rail is something that's been overlooked, so that might be another work in progress thing. Looks like everything is complete in here. Everything has been redone, even just slightly, like the granite and diorite, you know, like it's subtly done, it's not overly done, which is fairly nice. We have some really good depth looking for the coal. That's pretty cool. What else do we have here? We have the redstone torches, of course. They kind of look like lamps or something like that. Got some TNT. Got some custom TNT. I'm always excited to see what people do for their TNT. Everybody, there's been some crazy ones. Some have said bye to me, which is kind of creepy. So yeah, a little bit more detail to the ladder would be awesome. Got some really different looking redstone. It's completely different from all the other things, all the other resources. What else do we have here? We have the obsidian. Of course, the bedrock. Really nice looking chests. The flow of water, of course. Let's see what else we can see. Got the mesa up next. Let's take a look in there. Ah, yes, as we saw at the beginning, it doesn't look like the red sandstone and red sand stuff is complete yet, but that might be a work in progress part of this pack. Looks like we have the stained clay all retextured. It just has a super subtle texture to it. Kept to the tones of the pack, which is really nice. You can see the differences between the different colors, which is always good. Like, I mean, sometimes I see very subtle differences or almost no difference, so that's really nice to see the differences. Let's take a look in the end. We have the end stone. It's super subtle, nice. And nice contrast with the obsidian here. Looks like we have the default ender crystal. And of course the bedrock. Really liking that wool. This wool on the wall. Super subtle, but nice texture to it. Okay, so looks like we have a few different paintings, custom paintings going on. So we have the inn, pub, and shop. So that's pretty cool. Take a look in the Mushroom Island biome. Alright, so we definitely have some really nicely updated mushrooms going on. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure this is gravel on the walls. And of course the mycelium is completely different. It still has a little bit of animation to it. Let's pop into the Ocean Temple. Oh, alright, so definitely we have pretty much everything done in here. We have the wet sponge on the other side of the glass, and this is the dry sponge. Oh, that's a super subtle difference. Look at the difference here. We have the wet sponge, the holes have kind of combined a little bit or disappeared, and the wet sponge is a little, or I mean the dry sponge is a little bit more holy, which is pretty realistic. Looks like maybe the sea lanterns are not quite textured. Yeah, it looks like maybe they are default. And of course we have the gold blocks. That's the treasure that you usually find in an ocean biome or temple. Let's take a look at the ice plains. Alright, so we definitely have some differences in here, but it's super subtle, you know, it's not too crazy, which is pretty awesome. We have the packed ice here, and this is the packed snow. And here is the regular ice, which is, you know, super subtle. You can see through it just a little bit, which is what I like. Pretty nice looking room, actually. I like the tones that have been used in here. Let's pop into the flower forest. What do we have? We definitely have some updated flowers, but looks like maybe some are still a work in progress. So I like the direction that the flowers are going in. They're not super bright. That's a really good idea. I like that they're not super bright. If you take out the things that have not quite been textured yet, the flowers that have not been textured, this room would look really, really awesome. Everything just works well together. Alright, so that's it for the biome rooms. We're going to head on down to the basement. That's where we keep all the mobs in the dungeon. I'm not sure how much we're going to see complete down here, but we'll take a look. So there's definitely some more detailed villagers. They're not super different, but they're definitely a little bit more detailed. Looks like, wow, got some 3D action going on with the collar there. Pretty cool looking. Of course, we got the blacksmith with a belt on. If you could make these things pop on the villager, I would like to see that belt pop. That would be really awesome. Same with this guy. Have the belt pop out. That'd be pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Look at the pecs on this thing. We definitely have a different iron golem, and he's got some muscle to him. You can see the pecs going on. Alright, so as I mentioned upstairs, we're gonna have a little bit of a different snow golem because he doesn't have a face, because the default texture pack has a face on the regular pumpkin, but this was retextured to not have one. Looks like we have a different Enderman, and definitely some different Ender eyes with some nice animations to them. Look at that. Super subtle blinking of the regular eye. It's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the mobs. Looks like maybe default chicken, default rabbits, and cows. We have an updated pig. Looks pretty realistic. And of course we've got the dogs. This is the tamed dog. Let's take a look at the mobs. Do we have any differences here? Looking like maybe the zombies are not changed yet. And the witch. But all of the items in the frames, they look to be changed. Got a default skeleton. Oh my, whoa. Jesus. Those eyes are super creepy. Those are some creepy eyes on these spiders. They look, they just pop right out at you. Alright, so we have some creepers, but it looks like they're default, but the animation on the lightning creeper actually looks like lightning, which is really awesome. That's pretty cool. Take a look at the rest. Looks like we have default rideable animals. Let's head over to the nether area. Looks like we have some default nether mobs. Yeah, it looks like maybe only the magma cream or the magma block is changed. Although, look, we found out what block that or item that was bugging out. It seems like the magma cream is bugging out. It doesn't have a texture on it. We have different water mobs. No, looking like default water mobs. Same with the guardians. Take a look at the rabbits. We have default. I think we have some default rabbits. Looks like it. And same with the cats. Pretty sure the horses are default. But we definitely have some different sheep and dye and wool going on. So I'm always looking to match up the tones. If I'm gonna shear this sheep, I want to be able to get that color wool, you know, and sometimes if you don't have the same color coming from it, that's a little bit of a difference. They're supposed to be super subtle, it seems, but I'd like to see, you know, this color here or this color here. So the two greens are kind of similar. They're pretty close in color. Oh my goodness. Alright, so here we have a super purpley wool that's coming from the blue sheep. I don't think that might not be intended. So you can see here, these are the purple and the magenta, and they're kind of pinky. Be nice to see the same tones come from the sheep to the wool. It looks like maybe the dyes are they're done right. They're done. So if we can get that color of the dye into the wool, that would look a lot better. Alright, so that's it for the mobs. We only have a few mobs left, the biggest bads in the game, and we're going to take a quick look at the redstone first. Oh my goodness, look at all of this. Alright, so it looks like maybe not everything has been done, but pretty close to everything. Looks like the pistons still need to be done, and of course the music block. Looking pretty cool. All the redstone stuff, look at how it activates. I'm not sure, it's kind of odd that it kind of looks like fish gills or something. It's like growing. It's a little bit funny. So we have the daylight sensor, and wow, this is completely different from any daylight sensor I've ever seen. This is a really cool looking daylight sensor. Alright, so we have the trapdoor again. Pretty nice looking trapdoor. So that's it. Let's take a look at the mobs. Let's look at the portal. Looks like we have the default animation, but the spell particles for it are changed, of course. Take a look. Do we have... Oh, looks like maybe we have the default ghast going on. Take a look at the wither. So we have a different spell effect on the wither, but it looks like the texture for him is all the default. Alright, let's take a look at the portal, the end portal. Pretty cool looking. I really like the glyphs on the eyes. Really cool. Completely different. We have a different dragon egg. Does that mean that we're gonna have a different ender dragon? Let's take a look. Nope. Nope. Looks like we have the default ender dragon, but that's okay. So there you have it. That was the Medieval Resource Pack by Golbez22. If you would like to download this pack, link to that download is in the description of the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm posting updated texture packs and newly posted texture packs frequently. And give me some sort of comment. What did you like about this pack? What did you dislike? What were your favorite blocks?